Instagram, TikTok and Google could be forced to fund Australian journalism, whether or not it's on their platforms. Hi. The federal government wants to force tech companies like Meta, the parent company of Instagram, WhatsApp and Facebook, or ByteDance, who own TikTok, and Google, to pay a new tax on the revenue they make here in Australia. Except there is a way that they can get out of paying the tax, by signing agreements with media companies to pay for journalism. Last time an Australian government tried to make the tech companies pay for Australian journalism with something called the News Bargaining Code, they briefly took all of our news profiles down. The old code, imposed by the former coalition Morrison government, forced tech platforms to make deals with media organisations, including the ABC, or face a fine of 10% on the profits that they make here. Now, the Labor government want to make them cut deals to fund Australian journalism by making them pay a tax. But if they cut deals with media companies, that would reduce the amount of the tax that they pay. Basically, the more you fund Australian journalism, the less you pay in tax. The government's trying to make it more cost effective to fund reporting and dodge the tax, rather than not fund it and pay the tax. The government and media companies argue that the tech giants need to help fund journalism to keep it afloat, after their platforms significantly damaged the revenue model of commercial news outlets. Not like the ABC, which is publicly funded. The industry's seen a pretty big downturn over the last decade. There's been a lot of newsrooms closing and regional areas have been hit particularly hard. But the social media companies say they're already doing enough to help media outlets, and argue that they already promote content from news sites on their platforms, like you're watching now, and get it in front of more potential readers, viewers and listeners.